Hello and happy Thursday. This is Tracie Evans Langley, and I'm here with my friend Debbie Danford. We are the East meets West Coast team. There's nobody else. It's just the two of us. And Debbie and I, we started doing a virtual event together about 3 years ago that we host once a quarter. And then in January, we decided that we wanted to do a little video series. So we're doing our little video series once a quarter. This time we're calling it Get in Gear because I obviously need to do that after this week. And as you can tell, as you might have guessed, we are featuring the textures and or gears and textures. Oh my gosh, I knew I was going to say the wrong thing. Stamp set and dies. And so if you've been with us since Monday, you know that if you place a $35 order with either one of us between the 13th of April and April 20th, you will get all of the supplies, including the die cut pieces and the bling to make these 4 cards. If your order, and that's before tax and shipping, if your order is at $75 before tax and shipping, you will qualify for the product of the month, which we still neither one have in hand, which is a really cool die. And you're going to get half a pack of the cool metallic rub-ons that we're going to share and we're going to be using, and you're going to want those. So just go ahead and plan your
Yes.
$75 order now, right?
Yes, I agree. You will want those rub-ons.
All right. Am I forgetting anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, look at me go today.
All
Okay,
right,
so
I'm gonna
if
spotlight your
Debbie's
hands.
driving, because we all know I'm terrible at it. So Debbie's driving. Okay,
You are good to
so
go.
all right, we're good to go. So we are using the gears and textures. Let me get my paper clip out of the way. The stamp set and then the matching dies. Oh, that's the stamp set. That's the matching dies. We love these. We love that the dies that you can layer them together. You can cut multiple pieces at one time. Like these two pieces you could layer together. These pieces also will cut out the stamped images, which is super fun. And then with the stamps, we just love these backgroundy things that you could use, I think, on just anything. I think you could use this little swishy little circle with your flowers and you would be super happy, don't you? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so we love that. And then we've also both been using the banner sayings along with the triple banner punch this week. We love that. If you don't have this, you're going to want it. It just makes so easy, such cute little sayings, and that punch is amazing. And then for my project today, I'm also going to use the exposed brick embossing folder. Let me get those out of the way. And then, of course, let me show you these awesome metallic rub-ons. So you'll get one set of silver. So there's 2 different sheets of the silver and then 2 different sheets of the gold. And you will get that with your $75 order. So we're going to put those out of the way so I don't mess them up. And then the other thing that we're using today, that we use this week, are the adhesive backed metallic gems. And these just go so great with the rub-ons. And they just went really great, we thought, with the gears and textures. And then for me, ink pad wise today, I am using Blackberry Bliss, Crushed Curry, and Garden Green. All right, so when you get your packet, this is the card we're making today. And yes, I know it looks like it's turned the wrong way, but I just loved how this looked like a little banner hanging down, and I just went with it. So if you're fussy, you could turn it this way and it wouldn't matter. All right, so we're going to put that over out of the way so I don't mess it up. All right, so when you get your packet, you're going to get a piece of basic, oh my gosh, a piece of garden green that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25, our normal piece. You'll get a piece of the Nature Walk Designer Series paper, and I will pre-emboss this because if you don't have this brick, you're going to want it. So I'm going to pre-emboss those, and Debbie will too. And then that piece is 4 by 5.25. And then you have your basic white piece for your inside that is also 4 by 5.25. And then you're going to have a piece of scrap for your greeting. And then you'll have some gear pieces that are in Blackberry Bliss, Crushed Curry, and Garden Green. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do first is let's go ahead and do our stamping because if I can find my mat, we're going to go ahead and do our stamping so that that's kind of out of the way. And then we can assemble our whole card at one time. We don't have to stop what we're doing. So let me look at my inside again. Okay, so I'm going to start with the crushed curry. And like I don't know if I've said this or not, but this swishy looking, this is like my favorite stamp. I just love this thing. And
The circly looking one.
the swirl, yes, that circly swishy one. I just love it. I think I've said it twice now in the same video, but you can tell I really like something when I'm. All right, and
Well,
I'm
and the
breaking my
nice
own
thing
law.
about some of these background stamps is you could use them with other projects really easily.
Yeah, I definitely think these would be so nice. I'm just gonna stamp those. I'm a second generation of those a little, just get a little more color, not waste that ink. And I am closing my ink pads as I go because Debbie's brave and she leaves hers open sometimes. I don't do that because I have a tendency to drop things in ink pads. All right. Am I okay? Oops, let's move that up. So we're done with that. All right. And I just love these gears. I think they're just so fun.
I agree.
They're just I think that I think lots of different people would like them.
I agree. I don't think they necessarily have to scream that it's going to be a guy card or a masculine looking card. I think you can be, especially it depends on the color combination you use
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, I think so too.
And if this is your first time joining us on Thursday, don't forget to go back and watch videos 1 through 3 because they were out there for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and you'll see 3 other projects that we both did. So,
Yep. And if you check the comments, you'll see samples of the finished cards on
yes,
those. So we've forgotten to mention that earlier in the
we
video.
did.
Okay, so I somewhere have a little piece. Okay, let's see if I can find my mat. I'm gonna need that anyway. All right, so I'm gonna stamp my little greeting, maybe. Oh, there it is. And I want the garden green for that. Oh no, I use blackberry. Let's use the blackberry. This is kind of one of my favorite color combinations, and I would usually kind of reserve it for fall. But I really just like it. It's kind of with this set, I just thought it was a really good kind of year-round.
Yeah, no, I think it looks
Um,
good.
I think it's just really fun. Okay, and I'm doing the you did it because I think that's a
Woohoo!
fun, like it could be a retirement card, it could be a congratulations card, it could be a graduation card because we've got graduations coming up
Yeah,
soon.
that
Yeah,
is true.
so we got that. Okay, and I need my punch. My goodness,
It
where did
could
I
be
have
you just made it through the week.
it? Could, and you know what? That might be. Maybe you should be sending me this card, Debbie.
Maybe.
Okay, hang on. Oh my gosh, what is it with me and this punch? Okay, we do love this punch though, don't we?
We do. Well, I do. Tracy's grown to love it.
I wasn't convinced originally, but I'm now I think she's convinced me that I think it is a must-have at this point. I think I think it's kind of versatile, not kind of versatile. I think it's very versatile. Even if you're not using it with uh the banner sayings stamps, any of your small stamps are great, and it's a great way to use up all those little pieces. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm trying to pick up my mat and it's just like not cooperating. Okay, so we've got all of our pieces stamped that we're going to stamp. Okay, so we've got this piece of DSP that we've already embossed. Can you see?
I like it. Yeah.
I like it just like that, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
So there's more. There's always more with me. All right. So this part you're going to have to do. You're just going to want to grab some sandpaper. If you don't have a little stamp, well, these were forever ago. Go steal some from your husband if you're not the person, but maybe you're the person at home who, has the sandpaper. So sandpaper is a great thing to have in your stash. And I just wanted to lighten this up. And I think this just really changes the look of this paper.
It does.
And I will tell you on my original card, I kind of ripped the edge because if you lay it flat like this, it's better. Don't try to hold it because it does get thin and fragile. But the more you do it, the better it is. Okay, that's pretty good. What do you think?
I like it. I think it
Okay,
looks great.
so all
Adds a lot
right,
of
so we're
texture to the
now,
background.
huh?
Adds a lot of texture to the background.
Yeah, it just, I mean, it just really does add, I think, to it. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and bring in our card base. Actually, we're going to do what I've been doing. I'm going to attach my inside piece first, and I am doing what Debbie, I want to be Debbie when I grow up, so I'm just going to keep my card flat.
I don't know about that, but
Hey, you, Dad, you're my friend. Okay, all right, so there's that. I'm going to just flip this over. And I am going to glue this flat because the paper is fragile. I don't want to, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use dimensionals, but I am going to use dimensionals on the rest of my card. Okay. Glue there. I'm sorry I'm so sniffly. Oh my goodness. Okay.
'tis the season.
I guess. Oh, it's just so bad. It's actually, it's not as bad here as it was. So hopefully we're ending, our pollen season is coming to an end. Okay. Of course, it's the South and we always have some. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go, oops.
I was gonna say your card moved. There you go. It moved a little
Yeah, there we
bit.
go. Okay. I got, maybe it didn't like where I had it. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, because I'm going to put I'm going to layer my gears on top, is I'm going to go ahead and do my rub-ons first. So I really loved this one, but I wanted to try something different today. But I want to get that same kind of length out of it. So what I think I'm going to do is, I don't know why, but I just really want to try this wood one with it, but I'm going to cut it and just kind of make it a layer.
Oh yeah, I
So
like that. I
I,
like
I
that
know I
thought.
thought of this while I was watching you do when you were cutting yours yesterday. I'm like, oh, I've got to try that.
Yeah, I like that because I haven't used that wood one because I feel like it's kind of big, but I like the idea of cutting it in half.
So yeah, so I think I'm going to cut it across. So let me get this off of here. And we all know that Tracie cannot cut a straight line, so don't comment, oh my gosh, I can't believe you can't cut better than that.
Out. I don't even try to cut a straight line when I was cutting all those parts
Oh,
out.
good. Okay.
I was
And
just
I need to
whacking
use that
away.
wood. I know that's kind of what I'm doing. And I did kind of I do like just cutting them. Oh, okay. You can't just pull it when you get to that little end. That's interesting. All right, so I'm gonna cut this. I don't even know that I'm gonna cut it. Should I cut it kind of straight or should I kind of just kind of
I
follow
would
the
just
wood
cut
grain?
it straight as straight is and because you're
Okay.
gonna just rub it down and it's kind of all it's not
It's gonna
really a
all,
straight line anyway
yeah, I think
on
it'll
the
be
wood
fine.
grain. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, and I'm not worried. It's not perfectly straight and I don't care. So I'm
Nope.
just taking the backing off. And since more of this end is going to show, I'm going to use the bigger one on that end. But I do kind of like that this is going to go all the way across. And when I did this originally, I wanted to see if these would work on an embossed image, and they do. You do want to they do need a little bit more rub. You could still use your fingers, but you definitely want to make sure that they're stuck. Let's just before I peel it all off. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Isn't that fun? I mean, that's just
It is
satisfying.
fun.
It's just a very
We're just late to the
satisfying.
party with this product. I don't know
I
why, but
know, I'm so sad. I know. I kind of feel bad that we
I do
didn't
too that we
discover
hadn't
these
used them
sooner.
yet.
All right, so I'm going to even kind of layer this over. Let's see what happens. We had now, wait, don't go, oh my gosh, Tracie, that's so bad. Because remember, I haven't tried this yet. Oh, and
I
I'm
was
going
going
to
to
take it
say
off.
you need to peel off the thing first.
I know. See, this is why I have you. Okay, let's try that again, Trace. There we go. It's like, that's not right. Okay. Okay. I think we're going to love this. And what a fun way to use this wood. And it doesn't look like wood now to me, does it to you?
No,
I think
no,
it
it's
really
kind of
changed how it looked. And you know me, I love to take a product and make it look different than what, or use it in a different way. Now I've got a little bit, okay, it's kind of sticking to each other right there, but I think once I stamp everything, you look
Oh, I
at,
think it'll be
and
fine.
it looks so similar. I've kind of got
It
that
does.
same
Yep.
effect, but I used a different stamp or a different one. So that way I think you'll use up more. I think you'll just use all of these. All right, so I do want some little splatters because I love
Because we love
splatters.
splatters.
We do. We love us some splatters. So I think I'm going to use these two. And I couldn't decide with these if I liked the gold ones or the silver ones better. I think they're both just so cool.
I have to agree, and I think it depends on the color palette you're using, honestly, is how I went about picking.
Yeah. But how pretty would these gold, well, either one of them would be on like Christmas cards.
Oh, I know.
And I mean, you could use all of these in some way on Christmas cards or your fall cards or.
Yeah, pretty soon Tracie and I'll be buying up all that's left out
I
there.
know. Yeah, you guys better get out there and get those because they're not going to be any left. Debbie and I are buying them all. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that in half. All right. And I'm going to remember to take the backing off. And let's see. I think I'm going to put this one kind of here. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way. Do that. Okay. And it makes a satisfying sound too. I think that's what it is. Just it's like you really feel like you've done something. And let's kind of angle that over here. Okay. Like I said, I love that it does work on this embossed image as well. You do want to give it a little bit better rub. Just make sure you've really rubbed it on there. A little pressure. Okay, voila. How's that?
I like it.
I love it. Okay, so we've got that done. So the next thing we're going to do, oh no, did I lose? Oh my gosh, I lost like the best piece. Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Okay. We're not going to panic. I'll just, all right. Well, I can't find the, black. I can't find this piece.
Oh,
I know
you're
I dumped it. It's okay. Oh well, I guess we're not going to use that. All right. So let me tell you what I did. If I was making this and I had all my pieces, I put down I'm going to put down this wheel first. So I could go back and add this in afterwards. I'm going to put down the wheel first, and then I'm going to put this piece in, and I'm going to snip it off the end, and I'm going to add it back to this other side. So I do want to put
perfect.
that gear in first. So get all that out of my way. Maybe I know I cut it. Okay. All right. I'll find it. Or I'll go cut another one. Okay. So I'm going to start with my purple one. And I'm just going to add some dimensionals to him. Don't you hate that?
Yes.
When you know you have one and they jump sometimes,
They
which is why
just
I always have my
disappear.
gold. They just disappear. Things just disappear on me. It's an ongoing issue. And I think when I originally did this card, I think I used my black dimensionals, but it doesn't really matter. But
Oh,
I could
yeah.
with these darker
I always
colors, I
forget
could.
to pull out the black dimensionals.
Yeah, me too. But I do like them. And I
I
have a
do
friend who
too.
uses them on everything. She doesn't ever use the white ones. She always uses the black
Huh.
ones. She says that they show less. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay. All right. So put that on. Shoot. Okay. Me and dimensional backs don't get along. Okay. So I'm going to kind of set this where I know I can put the little chain thing. I want to link it in like right there. Okay.
Perfect.
So, but I'll go back and do that later. Because as soon as we stop videoing, I'm going to find this stupid thing. Okay, so don't freak out. My dimensional is going to show on this one, but we're going to put a Jemmy gem there, and we're going to hide our dimensional back because I wanted lots of pop on this card. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and put the green one in. Oh, shoot. No, and all I'm getting is backs. That's just, this sheet of dimensionals just does not really love me, I think. How many dimensionals were you putting on the backs of these big gears? Am I just putting
Kind
too
of like
many
you,
on?
one in the center and then
I
four
just
on
feel
the
like it needs
outsides.
it.
Yeah, because I feel like
That's,
otherwise it's going to be lopsided.
yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I guess that's why I just felt like it needed it. I don't usually use quite so many, but we love these. Okay. So I'm just going to match those little guys up. I love that these fit together. It just makes my heart happy. I know I'm so weird.
And I didn't know that because I never tried to line them up like that.
Yeah, they will
That's
line up
perfect.
just perfectly. I know. Okay. So this is the hardest part of this whole thing, I swear, besides the fact that I can't find the die cutting. So what I'm going to do is and this was a happy little mistake because I was just cutting out all those pieces and just randomly cut out a bunch of pieces that you can line these up. Don't
Yep.
do what I did the first time. I'm going to put my glue on, but I'm going to be super duper careful when I lay this down and get it lined up. So because I'm going to be using some glue, mat back out. And of course, my glue has worked so great. And now, so normally I would just do a teeny little bit, but because I want this to stick good, I'm doing a little bit more than I would have normally. And I'm going to try to not get it on me, but of course I did. It's not a good day of stamping unless you get glue or ink on you, right?
That's true.
Okay. So I think it's the easiest thing to do. And I would say glue on these, just don't you think, just because
Yeah, I used
you
glue
want
on
them you
mine.
want them to be able to move, you want to be able to move them just a little.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm just trying, like, literally, this is like the hardest part, getting that little guy in there. Because it didn't look quite right with the purple showing. So I had to go back and redo one. Okay. So same thing, we're going to give him a little dimensional. Oh, and I missed one of my, okay, I have one more piece. All right, Debbie, I'm hustling today. Well, like I said, I just like the idea that they all kind of connect. I just thought that was super fun. So even though these don't quite match up, I think just getting it close there is kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right, one more little dimensional. Get this. And on my first card on Monday, or Tuesday, I guess mine was Tuesday. I didn't care that they were all layered. I thought it looked good, but when I started doing this one with these colors, I just really liked how it looked all layered.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to pretend that I have my little chain little piece there. And I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna put my little banner because I want to tuck it in. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of tucked. One little bit's tucked underneath, and then one little bit's on the top. And
Oh,
I did put
nice.
that in with a dimensional. I just thought that was kind of fun because
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna be super honest. I put this piece down first, and I couldn't get it all the way up under there, but it was a happy mistake. So maybe I should go ahead and put it on.
Sometimes mistakes are good.
Mistakes can be good. Okay, so having learned from that, yes, I think I will go ahead. I'm just going to put one dimensional kind of on the bottom. I'm not going to put a dimensional on the top because I want the top to be flat. But I'll just go ahead and tuck him in here. So he's kind of like right there, and he should be fine with. And because I did a dimensional, if I do need to move him, I could move him. But then I can go back in and put that piece in that we'll find as soon as we stop videoing, I'll find it.
Of course, that's how it always works.
Yeah, it's probably on me somewhere. All right, and then I'm gonna use the gold. Oops, let me pull those all the way out so I can see them. Actually, the brass ones would look good with this too. I'm gonna use those gold ones. So I'm gonna use the big ones. One there. And I just realized that one's not even on there perfectly straight, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. Maybe. And then a little one down here. And I just love what the Rub-On, I think the Rub-Ons just added so much to these projects, don't you think?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then just a,
most definitely.
yeah. And I'm usually like Debbie, and I usually just use three, but on this project, I wanted a little couple more. I'm just adding a couple more. And we'll go fold that out of the way. All right. And then, so there's my finished card. There's my original card. But so once I find this piece or die cut another piece, I think it'll look great, but it kind of looks okay without it.
It
It
looks
doesn't
good either
have to
way. I
go.
like both
I
of
think
them.
it's kind of
Yeah.
fun. So I could have, if I could have just flipped and put it over here, but I want to put that piece in. All right. So I think we're good, Debbie.
All right. I like it. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We truly appreciate it. And again, if you are joining us for the first time today, then don't forget to go back and watch. Sorry, I'm doing my adding my spotlights, so it's just
Oh, there
us.
we go. Oh, hey, there's
Don't
me.
forget to go back and watch day 1, 2, and 3, which is Monday, Tuesday,
Absolutely.
Wednesday.
Yep.
And again, the ordering special is $35 before shipping, tax, and any stamp and rewards, and you will get the card packets.
Yep.
And if you bump it to that 75, which you will get product of the month, and then you will also get those awesome rub-ons that we are so in love with now.
Yes. Yes. And you'll get all the things to make the projects, including the die cuts and the bling. So that's a bargain.
Yeah, exactly.
What
Yes.
a bargain. So yeah. Well, we thank you guys again for tuning in. We will be back next quarter. I'm not sure, June maybe, with our next series, but we'll let you guys know when that's coming. And we hope you'll join us then too. So
All right.
anything else?
Nope, I think that's bye, guys.
All right. Bye.